Hey!
We don't kill the living.
Shut up.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Back again with this time. There'll be a spoiler Q&A for this Sunday's episode of The Walking Dead entitled Some Guy, episode 804. So if you accidentally clicked on this video and don't want to know spoilers, go ahead and click off now. But yeah, this definitely will be 100% spoilers for this Sunday's episode. So if you're here for that, then get ready, because here they come. Also, by the way, all the spoilers are courtesy of the Spoiling Dead fans on Facebook. I'll leave a link from the description, as always, to them. Also, I will go ahead and I will copy and paste the Q&A down there if y'all just want to read it, as well as you're listening to the video. You can go down there and read that as well. But I will read it off as, I will read it or you can read it same time. Yeah, at the same time. You know what I mean. But anyways, it's gonna be in the description. I'll stop rambling and get right into this. All right, guys. Q&A episode 8.4. Some guy, and it says thanks to our most gracious source. It says question 1: can you tell us about the aftermath of the attack involving the Kingdomers? It says when we finally are taken to the scene, we see that they're all dead. Bodies are scattered everywhere, some missing limbs and some with huge holes from the gunshot blast. Then finally he extends, I'm assuming he is Ezekiel, extends his hand from the heap of the bodies of the Kingdomers who had rushed to protect him. Ezekiel's been shot in the leg pretty badly, but he's still alive. He's got the added problem of all the dead Kingdomers reanimating. He tries to defend himself as best he can, but he doesn't have a gun, and he can't even stand up on his leg. Finally, 3 or 4 Kingdomers show up and save him. Question 2, what happens after they save him? Do they escape? It says a nerdy-looking savior with big glasses shows up and kills their remaining Kingdomers. He takes Ezekiel hostage. He goes on and on about how Ezekiel is just bullshit, that he's not a real king, and that if they just take away the cat, he'll be nothing. Eventually, Jerry comes along and slices that savior right in half. Well, that's going to be cool to see. Can't wait to see that. Question 3. In the sneak peek, we see Carol hiding from some saviors inside a building. Can you tell us about what happens in that scene? Answer: that building is where the snipers were holed up, and Carol is such a boss and takes out all those sons of bitches. However, that's not all of them, and reinforcements show up. Carol manages to escape and continue to pursue and engage the remaining saviors. She later realizes they have the guns they're after, so she stays there and fights them on her own. There are only 2 left alive, but then she sees Jerry and Ezekiel behind a locked fence being surrounded by walkers, so she goes to them and helps. Those are the 2 guys that escape in the Jeep that we see Rick and Daryl chasing in the promo. Question 4, who dies in this episode and how? Is anyone hurt? Answer: see Daniel and every other Kingdomer in Ezekiel's group with the exception of Jerry and Carol, including Shiva. Shiva saves Ezekiel, Carol, and Jerry when they're surrounded by walkers. Question 5, when in the episode does Shiva die? Answer is towards the end. Carol goes back to rescue Jerry and Ezekiel, but the walkers are closing in. Ezekiel tells them to just leave him since he's just slowing them down because of his leg wound, but Carol and Jerry refuse. They're surrounded, and that's when Shiva shows up. Question 6, who are the men that Rick and Daryl go after on the road? What happens with them? They are the remaining saviors at the outpost that Carol had engaged but had to abandon because of Ezekiel and Jerry were in trouble. Rick and Daryl shoot them and run the Jeep off the road and get their guns. Question 7, how does the episode end? Jerry, Carol, and Ezekiel return to the kingdom and are met by all the women and children. He seems completely broken and can't even address his people because everyone's dead. And it says bonus, Jerry loses his weapon in this episode. He breaks it when he tries to uses it to break through a big chain on a fence. Ezekiel keeps wanting Carol and Jerry to leave him behind, but Carol says, nope, you don't get to do that. Also, this episode is focused on the Kingdom people. The only other scene is a short scene with Rick, Daryl, and those other two saviors on the road. All right, guys, that is the quick little Q&A spoilers for this Sunday. It sounds like it's gonna be pretty cool. Sucks that we lost Shiva, but that was only a matter of time. This says they had to keep CGI, and it is probably just easier just to get the tiger on out of there. I mean, she didn't last very long in the comics either. So, but I thought that was kind of cool that the way she went out, protecting Ezekiel and them. So. Should be interesting to see it on the film, and it sounds like Carol's gonna be a major badass like always. So I can't wait to see her taking out those saviors and shit. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see how it actually translates to the screen, though. But thanks as always for checking this out. Like, comment, most importantly, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all be good.
Welcome to Woodbury.
Pushing our pants yet?